What's up, guys? Jason here for the love of tractors, and I'm so excited to be here with the brand new Dogtown Ag Fertilizer buggy. So we have the DTA 6 and the DTA 4, two sizes for your liking. And I need your help on picking a color scheme. And so that's what we're going to do this video. I'm going to show them to you. We're going to talk about the color scheme, and then, we'll consider this the world debut. So let's talk tractors, y'all. Alright guys, well, here we are. This has been a long time coming, and it's been something I've had in the works for quite a while, and originally I'd planned to do a tillage lineup. Well, I'm still going to do some tillage. But first, I want to do fertilizer buggies. So the story is, on my model farm, Dogtown Farms, that the farm was unhappy with the current offerings on the market. They were maybe a little complicated, they were maybe not as reliable as they would like to be, so they decided they're going to make their own fertilizer buggy. And this is what we ended up with. So, like I said, the DTA 6, so that's a 6-ton spreader, and the DTA 4, that is a 4-ton spreader, depending on your application. Now, there's not a ton of difference between the two, except for the 6, whoops, that one, I forgot to secure down. I'm still going to work on that and put some hydraulic lines on it. The 6 is a little taller, as you can see, and it has the roll tarp option that the 4 doesn't. So in kind of my head, in real life, the 4 would have a tarp option, but it's just a tarp that you would, sort of fitted tarp you would put on there and maybe strap it down, where the 6, we would maybe do a roll tarp option on that. Now here's the part I need your help with. What are we going to do about colors? So I've got some painted up here, as you can see, black, green, and red. Now, there's really no reason we couldn't offer all of those color choices, and we may still do that, but I'm kind of digging these black ones a little better. Let me show you the 4. Let's move this guy off to the side, and let's move this green one off to the side. I'm kind of digging the 4 and the 6 in black. One, there aren't a lot of black pieces of equipment out there. The only kind of ones I'm thinking of are maybe like the M&W Earthmasters, and so one, that wouldn't be kind of taken already. And then also Doyle used to use green on their smaller buggies, so I kind of maybe don't want to do green. And then of course red is a Case IH color. I don't know. And then blue, well, Doyle uses blue on their current lineup. So what do? Of course we could do any color, but I'm kind of digging the black. So what do you guys think below? Would you like the black? I don't know. Anyway, so let's kind of look at the differences between the two buggies. So on the 4-ton, we have a side-mounted jack that you sort of pull off and turn and then set back in and jack up your, your tongue, if you will. On this, we have an inboard mounted jack, so it's kind of the screw-down type jack. So I just thought we'd do something a little different there. You can see on the 6-ton, we get a beefier frame, and we get some cross-member support there. And then on our side supports, we get 2 real beefy cradle-type posts versus the, I don't know what you'd call those, the horizontal-type post on the 4-ton. If we move around to the back, the 6-ton gets bigger beaters, bigger spreaders, and that's to throw, your fertilizer farther. So the 4-ton has the smaller ones. The 6-ton, I also wanted to, so these are hydraulically driven. And so I wanted to put the hydraulic motor up here on where right where the beaters turn. And the idea being is, 1, it's cleaner that way. 2, you have less components that way. You don't have to have 2 shafts to turn your beaters like you do on the 4-ton. The 4-ton, the hydraulic motor is down here, and so then you'd have a sort of chain drive sprocket here, and that all tends to get kind of dirty and gummy with fertilizer, and what we found on our real fertilizer buggy, which let's say this was loosely based off of, is this area gets dirty and you end up replacing bearings and so on and so forth relatively often with it. So I wanted to get that up out of the fertilizer, out of the dirt, and, you know, hopefully keep it cleaner, hopefully make it less susceptible to bearing failure and things like that. So obviously I'll have to run hydraulic hoses up here to power that, but no problem there. Now probably the other difference is this gets some support beams back here in a couple spots, as you can see, where that's unnecessary on the 4-ton because of the smaller beaters. And then on the front, I put in a window for viewing through the tractor, so you can hopefully see what you're doing, where on the smaller one, you'd have to get out and see. Now, a good fertilizer operator, you can tell when you're out. One, the tongue weight gets really light, and then you can hear it hitting as long as you don't have your radio blaring. So, you know, it's not a big problem, but I've always thought on our real fertilizer buggy, a window would be great. So, okay, that's kind of it. Like I said, the 4 and 6 ton, you can get these from me. Probably ideally would be a personal message on Instagram or Facebook for the love of tractors. Both are going to run you, let's say, you know, $40 plus shipping, give or take a little bit there. So that's kind of it. I hope to fill up your model farms with fertilizer buggies from Dogtown Ag. I will do decals, but we got to decide on the color before I do decals. I think I'm going to do black. That's kind of where I'm leaning. But if you guys outvote me and do red or green, we'll do red or green. So, all right, guys. I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate the kind of support on this because it was kind of an idea I've had for a long time, and I would eventually like to do a display where you sort of have the manufacturing facility of these on the display. But that's down the road a ways. But, you know, you guys give me a lot of encouragement when I sort of floated this idea out to you guys. You thought it would be awesome, and a lot of you said you'd like to have one someday. So, here it is. Dogtown Ag's first ever fertilizer buggy. So, alright guys, I appreciate the continued support. As always, you're the best. I love it. Love talking tractors. Let me know what you think below. Black, red, green, maybe another color. Heck, I don't know. Alright guys, have a wonderful day.